never get their feet underneath them the entire Series E on Pro Day. And even though they play well on Open Day and even though they perform well in the ALGS, because of the fact that they 50-50 all the time, they find themselves now going through the relegations as we take a look at what Team Superior is doing. This is going to be Prodigy Aces, Joey Blackout, and former member of Team Rockstar, one of my favorite Gibbies in all of NA. It's Rakinishu.
Yeah, Team Rockstar, as some called it there. But this is definitely a squad that you have to keep a lookout for. Prodigy Aces and Joey Blackout, they've been competing together for some time now. They take their breaks, some extended ones, I believe. One of the last times I saw them was when they were running with Rogue as well, or Bert. I don't know exactly what he calls himself, but you guys know who I'm talking about. But they do have Lava City on lockdown here with the first ring will be closing. It looks like it is going down south over towards sorting, as we can see just the tip, the edge of that first zone.
Sorting Factory is not that far of a rotation for these guys. It could end up going... That ping is a great spot, actually. There's that choke there, which is going to cause a lot of havoc overall. And anybody that's playing Caustic, if they could get over towards that choke, that's going to be phenomenal. But there's also a blue trailer that's out there. And I think that's where the pings were going down. Here's Breakfast Club, who's not too far from where Team Superior is at, over towards the Dome Hand side. And when we see 19 squads left, it looks like everybody kind of found their spot to land. And I wasn't paying attention. Did one team not make it in, or did they already get eliminated?
I feel like one team might not have made it in. Not entirely too sure. We'll find out later on, but the rotations are already coming out. It's a minute 50 before the ring starts closing, and Breakfast Club are already on the move. Got the two blue armors on Needs and Box of Tea, while Wizzy is still sitting on that white Evo, but there we go. The ping comes out. He's got the blue. They need to make it in. This is why we're seeing so much of the usage of the crypto. His scouting ability is absolutely insane, and the ability to grab the beacons very safely, right? It's instant. You just tap it with the drone. You don't have to stay around statically like you would with the Bloodhound or with the Pathfinder. And the utility it provides with the EMP as well is absolutely insane. We're seeing a lot of North American teams making that transition now over to that crypto. It's still a mixed field in terms of composition so far. As this is a one we're seeing a little bit more of now. The Horizon being pulled out, a Wraithless composition.
Ooh, nice scout shots across the map right there from Phonyhead. Connecting on, what was that, about 4 in a row there. Forcing out the bubble. Very nicely done. Gonna also hit a nice scan to rotate over towards the top of Harvester. I'm pretty impressed with, what is that, 3 or 4 teams now on the south-hand side making their move immediately. Now, that was helping. That took a majority of that damage. They're going to try to play this fence area, and this is not going to be good. They're already getting gate capped, and I think that this is a smart play from Frapper. They're going to dip out and try to rotate in the back of Tree side, because now they realize the teams have already came from sorting. Not only that, the Dome team's already moved. So we'll see what way the Thermal team decides they want to go. Now everybody's starting to rotate through this popular sorting area. And it looks like Wally Catchers is going to deal with the same thing. So we're going to have a big cluster, probably around 5 or 6 teams here, stuck on this sorting factory side. And it's going to be pretty unforgiving. You're going to have a good opportunity to gatekeep here for the other teams that we saw making their way over towards Harvester.
Yeah, you did see the Wally Catchers taking some damage along their way, but they are moving quickly now through Sorting Factory. They can play the edge for the time being. They do have the Wraith if they need the mobility to try and get in. It looks like they'll just hold this building for now. The scan shows no hostiles, so they could play the south side of Harvester. They should just reach that there, but if they want to, they can play the neutral here, and it looks like they will take their time. It's a Flying Platypus. That's Bronzy, Mercy Only, and Moose and Flower are currently stuck over at Train Yard. And you know what? It's not too bad. They've got the purple armor on Mercy Only. They've got Bronzy with the blue as well. Just need to find something for Moosin. And they do have the replicators available, and so he can pop that. He could pop the armors in there, try to get that, but not when Konica and company are here. Holding position, 2 purple armors and the blue for Casellos. So mirrored compositions, but they have so much more HP behind this.
It's tough. Anytime you have void armor in these tournament scenarios, you're most likely going to get caught out immediately. So we'll see what they elect to do there. You almost don't even want to take that fight. But you are Caustic, so you can just kind of set up here and Now it's going to be deja vu as everyone's just going to continue to rotate through this snake. I wouldn't doubt if there's a couple barrels here and there that get put down, and that's exactly what's happening here. And I think that if you're rotating through Harvester, you're just going to have to continue to push through. You can sit here in this snake area, but you're going to be stuck. So I like this idea to hop into the crypto drone, try to get some sort of information. Kind of works just like that Bloodhound scan, and they're going to find out if they're going to get shot from behind, but also probably going to open the door in front of them for that sliding door to see if anyone's actually holding that spot. But now we see Kanaka has taken over the high ground in the little warehouse towards this train side and forced the other team down towards the bottom, and they're feeling confident. They're going to start to push. I love this play from Fade to Fade. He's going to be the first one through the gas. Everybody's lined up like fish in a barrel. Mercy, Moosin, they're going to drop. Last player is going to be Bronzy over towards the side. And Flying Platypus, who was an ALGS OT #1 finalist, is looking like they are on the ropes here. I don't think Bronzy's going to be able to get away from Fade.
Yeah, they just relied too heavily on that caustic gas and thought that angle was free, but like you said, Fade really took advantage of it. Bronzy does go down. The new 30-30 repeater put a stop to him. And Kanaka's pets enjoying the fruits of their labor. Now sitting on a triple purple along with all of the loot here. No one really in the area to contest them as well. So no third parties, despite how long this entire engagement took place. 3 kills, Kanaka's name now. As you can see, he's still going through all that loot at the time being. And so we're now down to 18 squads here as round 1 is about to finish close. We have about 45 seconds left. They're on the timer. Again, we're seeing the very heavy concentration of teams in Harvester right now, but it looks like it could be an engagement down by Tree in a little bit on board with absolute units still over here at staging as Team Cruelty are trying to play gatekeepers up against Kanaka's pets, but you got the purple armors on the other side. Ooh. Nice headshot coming out from Euban here, but he's got to be careful playing the front line by himself. He backs away off that Wraith. Now he needs Senpai here to cover for him. He does turn around just in time. Unfortunately for Oi Senpai, he's fighting inside where he cannot utilize his defensive bombardment here. And they're going to try and take this fight outside instead as Team Cruelty backs away from this one. It's 2 blue armors and the white on scissors up against the triple purple of Kanaka's pets. Kanaka's pets are going to slow this one down. They don't need to really force the issue. They've already gotten decent kill points, and they have secured the loot room. That's beautiful. Look at that. The gold armor if they want it, but the gold backpack, most importantly, going on over to Casellas.
I would love to get the hand-me-downs right now if I was Team Cruelty, running through and trying to take over this little vault area, because there are 2 priority armors that they could get, and that would completely change their game. They could even challenge us if they wanted to, and now they're backing off on the other side, but it looks like Cruelty is just expecting them to continue to stay there. So we'll see. We'll see if Team Cruelty ends up pushing through, but you have to be scared if you're Scissors. Scissors right now, I feel like, is probably the best spot would be playing that little high ground over towards the choke. There are a lot of teams in this vicinity too, so keep in mind, the reason they're not engaging is because they're afraid of a third party. This is one of the most common third parties, not just in tournament play, but if you ever played ranked pubs, whatever, it just goes down over towards that tunnel area. So now some crafting coming through, and the rich getting richer over here. I believe there's batteries in there, there's med kits, a lot of sniper attachments. So if you're rocking sniper, you're going to be looking good. Also a mobile respawn beacon in there if that's your thing.
You know, don't know if they're really going to need it here. Their health looks absolutely stellar right now. On board with XD as they're playing the south side of this ring currently. A minute and 15 seconds to go before the ring starts closing in on them. They are safe for now. They're trying to advance up on the fence position. A full squad ahead of them, but Frapper took so much damage. Joining on board to the north side of Sorting Factory, though, it's Farm Boys now. They've got 2 members of the squad pinned down currently. They try to clear the traps now, and so it's going to be up to Impulsive Dream, really, to try to find the opening. Never mind. Ooh, decent damage coming out from Stomps, but we're going to force out the rotation now. Never mind, as they try to back away. Oh my goodness, Stomps is doing so much damage to them right now. Playing close range with this charge rifle. Backs away as that Nox gas grenade does come down. But it looks like things will slow down as they're just going to reset. Stomps will, at the very least, to heal up his armor. Impulsive Dream, though, starting to make headway into that tunnel now as that Caustic is the one that's going to have to pop the barrels, find those nice air explode with that frag grenade. But they're still a little hesitant to push off of this right now. Joining back on board with Team Cruelty, who are trying to play gatekeeper up against Kaneka's pets. Gonna be passive fighting here for a while. Armor checks everything. EMPs coming out from another squad. It does connect onto TC. No push quite yet. It looks like Kaneka's pets think there is an opening off the back of that EMP as the defensive bombardment comes down. And that's truly a defensive one coming out from Oi Senpai as he throws down that bubble as well to make sure they do not get out of that tunnel. So Team Cruelty now almost out of utility to try and stop this push. And the nades will continue to come out as Oi Senpai is trying to make sure that they cannot push up. Scissors is stuck. He needs to heal up currently, taking that high ground position that you were talking about. But here comes the flank from Team Season right now. Kenny, Lion, and Klain, formerly Applejacks, trying to re-secure a spot for Season 2 as Spade gets that first knock onto Scissors. Oi Senpai will fall. Only one member left on Team Cruelty. It's Yubin here, pinched between two full squads currently. He might not be long for the world. Will he be able to survive until top 15? Chances are very low here. Can try and force Kaneka's pets to fight up against Team Season. That would be great, but now we've gone back to the neutral game. Both teams just backing off.
Really nice third party there from the former Team Applejacks coming through, and also some nice shots coming in from Kanaka with this 30-30. Haven't seen it used yet in tournaments, obviously, so it's nice to see someone utilizing it already. And oh, just a sliver of area poking out there for Yubin. Yubin, you can see his shots are amazing, but there's nothing you can do in these situations. No matter if you hit your wingman shots, if you're playing perfect, good positioning, it's all about just a team decision there. And it's easy when you're casting to say what the team decision should have been, but we were calling out third party for a very long time, and these players knew that. They just really wanted to go through that choke. The best opportunity would have been to go see what was behind them, try to maybe play a little bit, and then gatekeep. But either way, Team Cruelty, we'll see if they're going to bounce back. They had a pretty impressive performance in OT #1. Now Breakfast Club doing some serious gatekeeping. We were on board with teams that were rotating from this area for quite some time. They elected not to rotate and just to stay over towards the area. Also, Alternator and Spitfire. Don't be surprised if you see players carrying these two guns around just a little bit because of the changes that happened. Big caustic gas coming through, and I don't think he realizes that he isn't caustic. So that's just not going to work out. Mixed Minds, looks like they are not long for the world either, Jamerson. That's a bad spot to be in. Not even rotating, or not, the zone's not even pulling over towards Harvester. So they're going to have their work cut out for them with a minute left.
Yeah, it's going to be pulling on over to the west here as we join on board with Farm Boys, who have made their way on out. As they do have a fight in front of them right now. Bubble has been used. They'll throw down a barrel for themselves, but really it's caustic to be caustic, and so they just back away off of that. It's MST that's on the other side of this fight. 6. Go ahead and toss down one more barrel to cover his retreat. Goes to the peak. He's got the Kraber. He knows that he can find an opening if he can just get a headshot here. He hasn't done it quite yet. There we go. Got the knock with the gas. Onto Farmer Lucas. It's a 2v3. Now he will go for that repeat. Misses the shot, but he continues to push forward now. As he's going to elect to take the outside angle with the wingman in hand. He does have the quick draw revolver along with the blue mag. Farm Boys have been able to recover. Impulsive Dream is going to try and heal this one up. Bubble has been used, and it's going to push. As Impulsive Dream tries to hold it down with that EVA 8. Currently, MST losing out on 2, and Tempest is the last remaining member somehow. They fight back, and Farm Boys take this team fight win. There they go, finishing him off.
Really, that comes down to 6 flying in there, and they just are not able to capitalize on any damage because you have the Kraber wingman. So if you don't hit your shots, then you're basically non-existent right there in that type of situation. 6, one of my favorite players, but unfortunately just not able to lay down the necessary damage that he needs. Maybe a Mastiff R9 would have been really great in that type of situation, but either way, Team Superior now getting busy over towards this side of the fence. We were not expecting this area to continue to be in. Joey Blackout is looking for the player that was towards the side. It's not going to happen. Dying on rotate. Now looking like they're fairly strong. Zone is going to be coming. Medkit is going to get popped. Jimmy Neutron just a sliver away from getting it off. And it looks like they're going to be taking out from the side the Wally Catchers with the late rotation. And the late third party is going to pay off. And now we see where this zone's going. It's going to be on that respawn beacon. 11 squads left. Zone 4. Pretty fast-paced game so far. But either way, Farm Boys, very nice team fight. Impressive team fight against one of the stronger team fighting squads. And especially considering the team composition that they are running. No EMP came through for Tempest, and again, the utility just wasn't used fully. But either way, Farm Boys now looking like they're in a position to possibly advance, but no portal. So that's the only tough spot. You're going to see the pings going down, and one team going to be in front of them with a Watson. So we'll see. It's going to have to be a bubble play without any portal. They're just going to have to make their way up and then do an edge play and just drop the bubble right there, and hopefully a lot of action happens in front of them. But this is a great spot for Flashpoint to be in.
Yeah, Flashpoint now playing inside the valley here is they'll be able to pick up ring information. But again, this spot is a little bit easier to play when there are more teams still alive, as it's a deterrent to the other teams around you from anyone being able to peek down on the high ground. They will be able to survive for the time being. They've got the Watson traps set up. They've got the drone to watch their back as well. And so Rambo, excellent positioning on that one. Don't know if he has his EMP ready for it. Kubsky does have his interception pylon as well. So if the nade spams do come out, if the caustics prove too difficult to deal with, he can just go ahead and drop that down, eat up the Nox gas grenade, eat up the barrels. So the utility provided by the squad is absolutely insane. You know how well they can play off center zone, having one of the best spots, and now they're looking to try and gatekeep the teams that are coming in from Harvester on board with Wally catches, though, as it looks like they do have a duo just ahead of them. It's a trio, actually, a Horizon squad. As what? I just saw on the kill feed, an entire squad going down as well. Kodagami has the slide as he does get cracked there. Mr. Greek God is going to try and watch them. We have the black hole coming in. Greek God is caught up in it, but he took almost no damage throughout all that, only 50 damage there. So he's pretty happy to survive that one. Zone starting to close in on them now as they're continuing to apply pressure onto this squad. The scan comes out with that Beast of the Hunt, and it looks like job has been done. They might have forced that team down into the train tracks, into this fight right here. It's Horizon meta pushing up. That's Night Raven Wings squad along with his Watson and Murdog. As fortunately enough for them, they'll be able to have this small little bit of a head glitch to work with. And instead, they're electing to play small here. Make sure that no one draws attention towards them currently now. But it's Wally Catchers getting flanked. Good team fire onto Stomps. He turns around, hits the 70, hits the 33. That's the team fight win up against Farm Boys here. Wally Catchers take that. They need to recover, though. They have to worry about the squads that come in from the north. Here's Flashpoint with the EMP, I imagine. But Wally Catchers will have a moment to breathe and reset.
Nicely done by the Wally Catchers, especially Stink, who you see what he was doing, just strafing back and forth as more action happening for Horizon meta. But just pay attention to how patient Stink played that fight, and he was able to capitalize on the shots once the Gibraltar exposed himself over towards the side. But that's going to be Hero going down inside of that train cart that we were talking about before, and there's most likely a team setting up inside that house with a caustic. But his Watson now is finally going to make his play. They're going to try to take over this God spot, most likely going to have to bubble here very shortly. That's exactly what he does. Armor swaps directly in front of him. Unfortunately, only a blue. Let's see if he's going to hit any meds while he's going to heal too. Night Raven's Wing is most likely making a call to probably back off from the situation. They don't have to take this train cart too early, especially because they're not running a composition that's going to be able to defend it like a Caustic or a Watson. So the best thing to do would be to kind of bait it out, let teams get inside there, and then try to chuck some grenades. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing, but there's grenades already inside for them, and then a Caustic gas is going to go inside. So a very tough situation. Greek God's going to get the knock right there with the 30-30. Now Murdog climbing up with just a sliver of health here, only about 100 HP. His Watson said, I'm backing off here, screw this, and he's going to be taken out from that. Just like we were saying, that would have been a really good opportunity for them to kind of move in there late, but instead, they get there a little bit too early and taken out. Kanaka's Pets looking strong.
3 kills, 1,000 damage on Casellas right now. They've also got the best spots in this next zone. They'll have a lot of cover to work off of as the teams are just fighting it out. 5 squads left. There's a duo squad as Fury tries to go for that black hole. Don't know if he caught anyone with it. Caustic Nox gas grenade is thrown in there as well as the press sleeve decides to pull off of that res. Currently not safe to do so. And take a look at the holding pattern coming out from Kaneka's Pets. They, again, have the ultimate high ground. They have the cover to work with as well. All the teams have funneled onto that eastern side and are just fighting over that building currently. So no pressure on them quite yet. As Kaneka just laying in which those 30-30 repeater shots right now, waiting for the bubble to go down to try and secure that kill for themselves. And oh my goodness, I didn't realize Kaneka has 6 kills to his name. This is a massive game 1. If they could take the win here, the final circle is going to be the slow one as well. That respawn beacon is still in, and I think I saw a crypto drone flying around. There's an opportunity for the res, and yeah, it's instantly popped.
There's a lot of boxes there too, so we'll see if Kanaka is going to be able to get the knock with his squad before the player is able to pick up that armor there. A couple players are going to rotate over towards the outside. See if that's the team that is getting the res too. If that's the case, they're most likely going to throw a bubble down, so he's going to be able to loot throughout all that. 7 seconds left, and this is the time right now for Kanaka to start playing together, but you can see a controller looter in front of him, and so annoying here with this 32k damage, 7 kills, 3 squads alive, and most likely 1 player that's going to be in shambles here. You can see only 8 players left, so not full 3-man squad. Somewhere along the line there is going to be a duo rat squad. Clay needs to heal up. We'll see if he ends up having the heals that he needs, but this is 3 very skilled teams, and Flashpoint does have a decent spot. They are holding this low ground. If the other 2 teams get distracted, this is a great opportunity for Kubsky and Panthers to do something.
It's looking at team season here to try and buy enough time to force Kaneka's squad to jump down below them. Ooh, EMP comes out, and season try to get aggressive off of this one, but clean. He goes down. Panthers holds the line. And now it's a 2v2v3 with the bubble already being used, so no res should be possible. Panthers will secure that, and it's going to be Kaneka's Pets. They've got the numbers advantage. They've got the armors. They've got everything going in their favor. Panthers even backing away there as he tries to get onto the low ground. Team season using their stairwell to the maximum ability for now, but it should just be Kaneka's Pets, barring any kind of miracle from Flashpoint here. Kupski to go down. The port has been used. 112 being hit by Casellas there, and now they just need to finish off season. Kaneka's Pets take game number 1 in a massive way.
Huge game for Kaneka's Pets, especially because we're only playing 5 games here. They picked up a ton of kill points along the way. Flashpoint did their best job with only a duo, but Kenny on the other side for SZN also was able to rat it out right there and pick up in a 2 versus 1 versus 3 situation that extra placement point.